today in this YouTube video, I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I've been doing for the past couple of years that has really helped me be a better person, has really improved my life, and is now a big part of my lifestyle. We're going to go through some of the things that I've done, some of the adjustments that I've made in my life that has really improved and made such a difference in my life. These are things that has completely improved my lifestyle, has completely helped me to better myself physically, mentally, spiritually, and there are certain habits, micro habits or even big habits that has really helped me to shift into a much more aligned way of doing things. So the first thing that I've been doing that has really helped me over the couple years is a complete transformation in the way in which I eat. So for me, I used to struggle a little bit with very much disordered eating patterns. I used to have an eating disorder when I was like 19, 20. So for me, intuitive eating has really helped me to better understand and improve my relationship with food. I've not had the most stable and healthy relationship, especially when I used to struggle a lot with very much disordered eating behaviors and patterns. I didn't have a very healthy relationship with food. So for me, I went on this path to just find something that would work, something that was much more aligned, something that was going to improve my life. And I stumbled upon intuitive eating, which has helped me to better my relationship with food and overall just improve my relationship with how I perceive food, my mindset around food. It has been completely transformative for me to become an intuitive eater. So just paying attention to the cues of my body, going back to the way in which I like to describe intuitive eating is like going back to how we used to eat as a child, how simple life was, how we never had any restriction towards food. We never had any good food or bad food perceptions. It was just food. It was like you eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're full. And for me, intuitive eating has allowed me to tap back into the intelligence of my body, the wisdom of my body, and to really pay attention to these signals that my body was sending to me. So this has completely changed my life. This has bettered my relationship with food. Not just bettered my relationship with food, but it has also improved my intuition. Because the moment I started to listen to my intuition when it has come to just food, I started to understand that, oh, my body is actually speaking to me in different other ways, and that if I listen to it and tune into it, it can really help me, and it really helped me improve my life. The next thing that has really helped me so much is working out. But this is more like working out because it makes you fulfilled and not forcing yourself to work out. For me, working out has really helped me a lot, but also not forcing myself to work out, not doing anything that feels very much like a structure, or feels like tedious in any way. For me, working out and my relationship with working out has completely changed over the past couple of years. I think I benefit more from just finding things that really makes me feel good. It makes me feel like happy doing this. It doesn't feel like, oh, I need to go and work out now, because if I don't, then something is going to happen, or maybe I ate something and now I need to work out. I don't see workout as a form of punishment, and I think that is something that has helped me a lot, because it has helped me to let go of a lot of resistance when it has come to working out. So for me, doing something like dancing or doing yoga, these things don't even feel like a workout, even though they are. But I just enjoy it so much. I enjoy doing these things. So I think the key is to find something that you really enjoy doing, that really doesn't feel like you need to do it, or you're forcing yourself to do it. It just feels enjoyable. It makes you feel fulfilled, makes you feel happy. And for me, doing something like dancing or just going outside, taking a walk, at the same time being able to be with my pets, these things, they don't feel tedious, they don't feel heavy, they feel light. And in the process, I'm also getting a workout done. Third one for me is reading books that feels or feeds my interest. When I was in high school, I remember a lot of my friends used to sort of read like very much fiction types of books, where it was like Harry Potter and it was like Vampire Diaries. And these books, they never really interest me, but I think because of peer pressure, because they were reading, I didn't want to feel laughed out, so I would pick a book. And sometimes it would excite me, but it wouldn't stick. The motivation to keep reading fiction didn't really stick, because it was not something that I was very much interested in. But now, if you could give me like a spiritual book that really piques my interest, I would read it cover to cover, or like a self development book that I know is going to help me in one way or the other. I would read that book. And that's the thing about reading, is that finding something that really speaks to you, it speaks to your interests, you can connect with it. It feels like, yeah, this doesn't feel like reading. It feels like, oh, I'm learning. It feels very much like in the flow of things. So for me, fiction was not something that piqued my interest much. But now, much later on in life, I have found that I love reading. I actually enjoy reading, but it just has to be the right books. It has to be books that align with my interests. And now, in where I am right now in my life, it seems to be self development, self help, spiritual books that really pique my interest. And that's something that I really have found to be so beneficial. Sometimes reading a book can really replace very expensive courses, or self-development courses that you might find online, where you have to pay a lot of money for. They can really replace that sometimes, not all the time. And it's really about finding books that really much aligns, and books can really help you to up level. It can help you on your self-development journey, and it can do a lot for you. Next one is meditation. Meditation has really helped me a lot. Just embodying some sort of practice in my life that has helped me to become more present, become more grounded. Has really changed my life for the better. Because for me, I used to struggle a lot with depression. So just sitting down in meditation, being able to observe my thoughts, being able to understand that I'm the observer of my thoughts and not being so pulled into my mind, has helped me so much. It has helped me to gain mindfulness. It has helped me to become more focused, more present, which has really improved the quality of my life. And for me, a couple years ago, before I could begin my self development journey, being more present was something that I struggled with a lot. The moment I started to discover ways to become more present, I started to understand that this is going to be a very, very important tool and practice that I want to keep in my life for as long as I can. Meditation has allowed me to enter into the portal of presence, and it has allowed me to tap into that even for a couple of seconds, which has then allowed me to really start to embody more of that practice. And so for me, sitting down in meditation, being able to just sit down with myself and gain those couple seconds of presence sometimes, especially when I'm having a busy day, or when things are just not going the way I want it to go. Being able to just sit down and meditate has been something that I found so much of peace in, and has helped me so much. Next one is prioritizing sleep. I am the type of person who gets very moody and miserable if I do not have a good night's rest. I am not somebody you want to be around. I'm not pleasant at all, because I just feel miserable. I need to rest. I need to sleep. If I don't get like at least a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, then I know the next day is not going to be everything I want it to be. It's basically ruined, because of how I would not feel good on the inside. Sleep for me is something that I have definitely made it a priority to prioritize in my life, because I know that once I get enough sleep, it helps me with my cognition. It helps me with just being more present, more focused during the day, doing the things that I need to do, being able to be more comfortable in this body, being able to, feel healthier, feel like everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. For me, sleep is something that I definitely have learned to prioritize. And if I don't, prioritize sleep, then I definitely have seen how life gets. And, I definitely do not like the way life gets when sleep is not a priority in my life. So one thing that I've learned is that we all have a circadian rhythm in our body, and our body will constantly let us know when it's time for us to sleep, when it's time for us to eat, to use the bathroom. And if we tune into these signals, then we can get to regulate ourselves and balance ourselves. So for me, I've learned that when you yawn for the very first time, especially just before you could go to bed, like in the evening, in the nighttime, that first yawn is a signal that you should most likely start to, wind down for bedtime. It's something that I've learned over the past couple of years, is that the first yawn is a signal. And if we pay attention to it, then, we'll understand that our body has a natural clock, and it seems to kind of want to sleep at almost the same exact time every single day. So for me, just prioritizing sleep, understanding my sleep cycle, my sleep schedule within myself has helped me a lot. The next one is having a slow morning rather than a very rushed and chaotic morning. What I like to do is I tend to be somebody who likes to go a little slower, especially when I wake up in the morning, because I feel like it sets the tone for the rest of the day. And I like to really go out in nature. When I wake up in the morning, I like to brush my teeth, freshen up, and then I like to go outside in nature. I live on a farm, so there's a lot of nature, and I like to make the best out of that experience. So what I like to do is I would take my breakfast, I will go outside, I will sit outside, I'll have it. And just having that experience for me has, improved so many areas of my life. It has allowed me to be more present. My nervous system is much more calmer, so it's ready to take on anything else that the day presents. And just being able to be in the flow of things, understanding that life is better lived when we just go with the flow and not rush things. And so just having a slow morning to myself has really helped me to understand that I definitely am somebody who prefers a slow morning and a slow life, because it's so much better on the nervous system, it's so much better on me, and it has really improved my life so much. This is something that I've been incorporating for the past 5 to 6 years now consistently, and it has definitely improved my life so much. The next one is focusing on skincare from the inside out. I am somebody who, I do enjoy makeup, but over the past couple of years, I've definitely toned makeup down quite a lot, because I started to realize that it's better that I just take care of my skin rather than use makeup to sometimes cover up anything that maybe I want to cover up. I just have realized the power of just taking care of my skin over the power of just applying a lot of those makeup, which has a lot of chemicals and a lot of things that can really do more harm than good to the skin. So for me, I like to prioritize certain things that help me to take care of my skin from the inside out, which is like hydration and eating like much more fruits and vegetables, and just being able to understand that my skin, is a byproduct of everything that I'm putting into my body. The more I am on my routine of eating well, drinking as much water as I can, and just taking a lot of my supplements and my vitamins, the more I see the result of that. Not only does it make me feel good and healthy, but my skin benefits so much from that. So for me, prioritizing skincare from the inside out over the past couple of years has been something that I definitely do enjoy. For me, I've realized over the past couple of years that I'd rather prioritize taking care of my skin from the inside out than from the outside in. The next one is healing naturally. And now I am somebody who definitely likes to, do natural things to heal myself. I am somebody who doesn't really go necessarily and grab into pharmaceuticals the moment something doesn't feel right. I would do that if I have no choice, and that is something that I need in that moment. But if I don't need to do it, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to seek healing myself naturally, and that is sometimes and oftentimes the route in which I go into first thing rather than medicating or taking any sort of medication. Because I am a very sensitive person. I'm somebody who is very sensitive, and taking pharmaceuticals has really, over the years, shown me how sensitive my body has gotten and how sensitive I am. I've not been somebody who has really liked taking medication. When even when I was younger, I didn't really like to take medication, and even now, it's just my body doesn't react to it in the same way as somebody who's not sensitive. If I take a paracetamol and somebody else takes a paracetamol, I'm going to feel the effect much more because I am sensitive, and it just does things to my body where I can tap into it and I can feel it so much. So for me, pharmaceuticals is not like the plan A. Definitely know that pharmaceuticals has its time and place. If I know that I can heal myself naturally, then I tend to go in that direction rather than go and take something like a medication that could possibly do more harm to the body. So I am somebody who believes that my body can naturally heal itself through certain things that I do. The next one is swapping alcohol-based perfumes for essential oils, and this is something that I've been doing for the past couple, like 2 or 3 years now, is that a lot of perfumes have alcohol in them. And for myself, for the past like 10, 20 years, I've always been somebody who would get like a very strong headache if when, a perfume is sprayed and it has alcohol in it. I would go through suffering through even a migraine headache. This is an indication that my body does not do well with alcohol-based perfumes. Essential oils is something that I've been able to incorporate into smelling good and just feeling good as well, knowing that this is not going to cause a headache for myself. I am very sensitive, so my sensitivity allows me to know what's good for me and what's bad for me, and alcohol-based perfume is just not it. So for me, essential oils, applying essential oils on my skin, on my clothes, has helped me a lot. So just replacing something like alcohol-based perfume with essential oils has benefited me a lot. The next thing is keeping a lot of plants in your environment, in your home, in your room. I have a snake plant right here. So for me, a couple years ago, I learned about how important it is to keep plants near you, especially if you are somebody who's a healer, you're somebody who's sensitive. Plants tend to have this ability to absorb a lot of your negative energy. So having a lot of plants near you can be very beneficial, and I found that it has been very beneficial for me. Just keeping a plant near you or in your home just has that frequency, that energy of raising the vibration, raising your vibration as well. You would feel it when you go out in nature. Nature has a very high vibration, and anything that has a high vibration or even a low vibration, and we tune into that, we get into that vibration as well. So the closer you are to nature, the more your vibration is going to rise higher and you're going to feel better. So keeping plants around you can be very beneficial. Just being able to be in nature, is such a beautiful experience. So bringing that into your environment can be very, very beneficial. It has been years of me doing these things and really understanding what works for me and what doesn't work for me. I am somebody who's sensitive, so I have to really adjust. I have to choose things that align with that, and just makes my life so much better. It has taken me years to figure it out, to trial and error, what works and what doesn't work. But now I think I definitely am at that place where I've understood much better about myself, my lifestyle, and what really works for me. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for receiving as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.